All right, welcome folks to another edition of the Fifth Quarter Show. I'm Lee Jaynes alongside Jacob Padgett, and tonight we've got a really stacked lineup celebrating Hornet athletes across the board. From the cross-country state qualifiers, we're going to be talking about the volleyball team and another strong week of football.
We start by recognizing the Gatesville Girls Cross Country Lady Hornet team for qualifying for the UIL state meet this weekend. Congratulations to Sophie Kelly, Riley Higginbotham, Jade Moogie, Aubrey Gilson, Elliot Schoaf, Mia Eufrasio, and Brooklyn Wallace, along with Coach Martin, who is not running at the state meet. He will just be motivating these young ladies along the way.
All right, there they are. That is the team that has made it for the state qualifiers and going to be running this Saturday. Coach Martin, what an incredible performance at regionals. How proud are you of the girls, how they competed at regional meet, and what stood out to you the most about their effort and teamwork?
Just incredible performance by all of our ladies. I think if you look at our time from the top to the bottom, there was a minute and 17 seconds separating all the way through. I think our best for the year was about a minute 3 in separation. So we all hit pretty much peak performance at the right time, and I feel like overall the best is yet to come. So very, very proud of their performance.
I like the way you keyed in on that, because I was looking at all of the times as they were coming across and what was reported, and I was like, my gosh, look at this, look, bing, bing, bing. And
right.
So that was a really great job.
Looking ahead at the state meet, what are some key focuses and team goals that you guys have for this weekend?
Well, we've been focusing the last week and a half on really just preparation, getting our legs fresh and ready to peak at the right time, but ultimately focusing on the middle part of our race. I feel like if we can have a surge there, then we'll set us up for a really spectacular finish.
So what are you guys more excited about as a team? I'm talking to any one of you guys. Are you guys more excited about the state meet or just the season being done?
Be honest.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm looking forward to that Olive Garden. I don't know about y'all, but
Breadsticks, please. All right.
yeah.
Well, we wanted to congratulate y'all and have y'all back on here for outstanding performance. We got a gift for each one of you young ladies here.
That's Sophie. Elliot.
Congratulations. First time since 2019 that the girls team qualified as a team. How awesome is that? You don't just have one or two people going. It's the whole team collectively.
Miss Gilson. Sorry.
Thank you, Coach.
Make sure you don't accidentally give them the football team ones. It might be a little big on them.
That's Brooklyn. Mia. Thank you. And Miss Riley.
Thank you.
Any predictions? Just give it your best. That's all you can do, and we'll be here to cheer you on when you get back and when you leave. So, Coach, any final thoughts for the meet? Tell everybody to tune in. It can be watched how?
So you can find that on the link through UIL, I think, and also National High School Coaches Association link. We also have that on our Facebook connection through Coach Phillips.
And we will also make sure that that is on the Hornet Broadcasting Facebook page as well. So be plenty of ways for folks to link in and check it out and cheer the girls on. If you can't be there in person, you can cheer them on in spirit.
Looks like the weather is going to be great. A lot of times at state I've seen is where it's been muddy, rainy, windy.
Oh yeah,
looks like we're in for good weather this
we queued up some Hornet Broadcasting AC for them to run in. It'll be a nice mild mid-50s, right?
Right. I think 53 at the time we crank up and ready to go.
Oh, that's long distance running weather if I've ever.
It really
seen
is, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure you got someone named Moogie in here that parents probably can help out with the AC situation there as well.
See, I cannot confirm nor deny. All right, thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations and best of luck Saturday, Coach.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you having us.
All right, and we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with some more Hornet sports right after these words from our sponsor.
Here at B&K Air Conditioning and Heating, we service all brands of AC and heating systems. We are a Goodman and a Manna A+ dealer. We also install and service mini split systems. We always do our best to offer same-day service even on the weekends. We service Gatesville and all surrounding communities. We offer financing on new systems, change-outs, and major repairs. Just call or text your service request to 254-216-3372 and we'll be happy to help you.
All right, it's time for our volleyball segment here. We're going to talk a little bit about it. The reason we're calling this our volleyball segment, and it's going to just be me and him, because the volleyball team tonight unfortunately couldn't be with us. They are doing their team meal, pre-playoff team meal tonight, but we did want to give them a couple of quick announcements about that. The Hornet volleyball team closed out district play in dominant fashion, I think. Two closing out 3-0s. You can't do much better than that.
Well, we talked about it before. Anyone that watched the broadcast there, China Spring was not going to be a team that we thought that we would go sweeping them, other than the young ladies playing.
No, that's what we were hoping for, but I mean, we wouldn't have predicted that.
Hasn't happened in a long time, and the fact that these Lady Hornets went out there and did that, specifically how just a couple weeks prior to that, China Spring actually got the best of the Gatesville Lady Hornets, 1-3. A very, very close, spirited match, but this time right here, Gatesville took care of business, and a good thing though, because the football game was pushed back to an hour earlier, so it was very convenient for all the people that wanted to attend the volleyball game and the football game.
A lot of excitement going on. The weather kind of dictated a few things that went on. But let's go ahead and let them know who our Robinson Player of the Week was, and then we'll go.
So the Robinson Player of the Week is one of the feel-good stories. MJ Martinez, she's a sophomore. She's had an incredible game. Was digging all over the place in the game of Robinson. She was always at the right place at the right time. I don't know if it was luck. I told her, I said, don't get a big hit. I think it was kind of luck, but she just seemed to be right there, and she was constantly going linear and giving her team the extra edge that they needed to come up as the victors in Robinson. And I remember Coach Meyer getting excited about it. The players were getting excited. It was really good. She really kind of helped fuel the team.
So can we call her Holy Martinez now for all the digging she's doing?
Yeah. I don't want to get her head too big.
She would look like a bobblehead if she had a big head on her little body, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she'd be like a Jack-in-the-Box.
All right, and as Jacob was talking about the China Spring game, man, what a fantastic win that was for our Lady Hornets, pulling out a 3-0. That third one, though, that was a nail-biter. That went extra points on that one. But our Hornet Radio Player of the Week for that game is none other than Miss Haley Wilson.
That was well-deserved. She was up there. She was blocking. She was spiking, and she was giving China Spring everything they can handle. And China Spring had a lot of good shots, but between her and Emma Pollard and Geiken, they just had a great job of just playing hard-nosed defense, something that Coach Aguirre probably appreciates. But it was just amazing to watch. And again, that game just seemed a little different.
Yeah.
It just seemed like the girls were fired up. It was the last time your seniors like Haley Wilson, Emma Pollard, Taylor Sanderson, and it wasn't just themselves playing. The rest of the team was playing for them. It was their last game on the Gatesville court, and they didn't want to come off as losers.
Different atmosphere that night for sure. All right, well, we'll be talking a little bit more about the playoff game coming up for the Lady Hornets here in just a few minutes. But now it's time to move on to our football spotlight of Week 8. It was another strong week for the Gatesville Hornets, who took down China Spring 27-7 in a statement district win. Let's recognize our impact players and our Hornet Radio Player of the Week for their outstanding performance. First up, we'd like to welcome Mr. Eli Phillips. Eli was out there on the field just doing a great job as always. But whenever we go beyond a great job, they're looking at 5 solo tackles, 6 assists, 12 total tackles, tackle for a loss, fumble recovery, and then doing some hard work on the offensive side of the ball too. A lot of these guys that you got out there, Coach, they're playing both sides of the ball most of the game. So Ironman football. Eli, welcome back. I got a kick out of right before we went live on the air and stuff. Coach was giving him a hard time. He said, Eli's never been here before, and he kind of turned his helmet around and pointed at the back of it there and said, look what I got here. Eli, you were all over the field against China Spring, leading the team in total tackles. What was the defensive game plan coming into the matchup, and how did you and the unit stay locked in to hold China Spring to just 7 points?
Well, we came in thinking just stop the run, make the sophomore quarterback throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like us just holding them was mainly just us doing our job all night. And they were the first ones to quit. We played harder than them all night, and they quit before us. So
Well, I think as the game went on, despite the lightning we were watching in the background and praying it was not going to come in, it was almost like the China Spring Cougars, when they were able to make it to the red zone, it wasn't like we're gonna score a touchdown. It was like a stoplight for them with the way the defense was playing.
Yes, sir.
So great job on that, and congratulations on being another impact player. And let's see, we got 2 more games that you could make it back up here again,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So what are you going to do to go out there and make it back?
Scoop a score, probably.
I tell you what, did you offer any condolences? I mean, you just laid, I don't know if it was a running back or receiver, you just laid somebody out. I think it was third quarter where we talked about it, where Eli just came.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I have to say that I think that was probably, if not the hardest, one of the hardest defensive hits of the year I've seen
We
so
heard
far.
it up the press box. We thought it was thunder. And I was thinking,
that could have made the NFL's hardest hits and follies.
you seem like a nice person. After the play was over, you say, you help him up and show him where his sidelines was, because you knocked the living snot out of him. That's for sure.
Yeah,
That was a great hit. It got us fired up.
I mean, I just got up and he knew that he didn't want it no more.
Well, no, yeah. You can't talk any trash getting up after that. The best thing you can do is as a recipient person is just get up as fast as you can to show the other player that you're not hurt. But you put a licking on him. It was pretty cool.
There's a lot of guys that you have on the team, Coach, they're really well-rounded individuals off the field. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Very upstanding young men, very polite, courteous, and everything else. But I think that a majority of the team, we're going to start assigning them transformer names, because it's like when they step on the field and pull the helmet down, it's like transform into whatever else. So who gets to be Bumblebee?
Bumblebee. I mean, I don't want to be buzzing out there.
All right, thanks for joining us, Eli, and we hope to see you back before the season's over.
Yes, sir.
Our next individual's not here, but we're still going to go ahead and run his stats down. It's going to be Caden Kaufman. Again, he's not here. Caden Kaufman was an impact player number 2 for us. He had 1 solo tackle, 3 assists, 4 total tackles, and 1 quarterback pressure. He continued to be disruptive, coming off the edge week after week. So congratulations to him. Again, he wasn't able to be here.
And I think another reason, here's another reason that we look at it. You see the stats, and sometimes stats don't always tell the full story of what a player is doing out there on the field, because Kaufman's work on the line is amazing. And I was watching closely in the game against China, and he was getting massive, big-time push all over the place. And whenever he gets the push that he does, then the next thing you know, you got one of the Phillips boys coming in off of the backside of whatever he's doing and just cleaning house or wrecking somebody. So whenever we see Kaufman putting in that kind of work, that's why he gets the extra recognition
hard. You
above just what the stats say.
And you just see number 51 just gobbling everybody up. I mean, he just got like a 20-foot wingspan.
I'm about to hit you so hard you're going to cough, man. Anyway, next one, impact player number 3. Oh, look at this. I get another Phillips guy. Come on out, Amos.
Newcomer. Coach Gary, can you show him where to go? He might. Yeah, come right
He
there.
gets lost pretty easily.
Can you stand right there on that X? Okay. Yeah, that's the microphone right there. Go ahead. How you doing tonight, Amos?
Good, how are y'all?
Okay, we're just going to talk a little bit about this here. 10 receptions, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns, long of 50 yards. A little walk in the park, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and then on the other side of the ball, 8 solo tackles, 6 assists, 14 total tackles, an interception just to put a little candle on top of the icing of the cake there and break up a pass. Amos, you had a big night on both sides of the ball, 2 touchdowns, offensive, and a huge defensive performance. How do you balance your energy and focus when contributing at such high level on both offense and defense? And that is a legitimate question, because we do talk about that up in the press box, just seeing how hardcore you go both sides of the ball for an entire game.
Yeah, I was just say I try to take it like play by play, just each snap try to reset, other than just literally play till I can't. Just play until I'm cramping so bad or something. They have to take me out for a couple plays.
I think somebody was down there massaging his leg the minute the play was over with or whatever. So,
do you eat Wheaties or what? If not, we need to get like the Gatesville version of Wheaties, and there's a few players that I think could be candidates on there or something.
We'll get more water in them, I promise.
Gatorade, nothing like that, or what?
Pedialyte, water,
Pedialyte.
everything.
Well, he's not on the sideline long enough to even absorb any of those drinks.
That's part of it too.
I mean, the minute he comes up, gotta go here. Gotta go here.
Did you have a good time Friday night?
Oh yeah.
It's always a good time when you beat China Spring.
It's
Go
a
ahead and
great
tell me.
time when you
It's a
beat China
great time. But I tell you, we were a little disappointed at the weather delay. And I would like to be able to have a season where we have a game that we can go the entire season without having a game that has a weather delay. And unfortunately, you've had 2 of them so far this year, Coach.
Yeah.
2 weather delay games.
Glen Rose in this one.
And I tell you what, when we came back out on the field to finish up the game, we only had a couple of minutes left on the clock, and then all of a sudden that tornado alarm goes off. We need to get a different alarm because that spooked some people. Because when that thing went off, there was some people that literally, I saw the look on their face. They thought it was a tornado alarm going off. But anyway,
Well, it is a tornado alarm. They just turned it into a light. They
yeah,
just,
we
they just
need to
label
get
it
a
as a
different
lightning.
one. They get a big bullhorn and have the Homer Simpson, dope, or something like that. But anyway, yeah, when y'all came back out on the field, and then that alarm goes off again with a minute and a half, I'm like, come on. The officials sat out there and talked about it for longer than a minute and a half what to do, but I'm glad they made the right decision. Just go ahead and finish up the game real quick and get it over. Amos, it's not one of those hope we see you back. We're expecting you to do something big Friday night because we need to knock the Rockets off the launch pad or whatever we're going to do, but we got to finish out this season in style, and you're doing a great job, and we expect to see a lot more of that. Thanks for being with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next impact player is going to be Grady Keaton. He had 3 receptions, 114 yards, 1 touchdown, the longest of 79 yards plus
79?
Yeah, 79.
Oh my gosh.
He had a foot race with one of the China Spring young men. They try to run you down. You were just pulling away from him. 8 tackles, 3 pass breakups on defense. Grady, that long touchdown was a momentum changer. Walk us through that play. What did you see from the defense, and then how did it feel to be on the same page when your brother connected to you on that pass?
Well, it was the second time we ran that play, so I was like, I feel like they knew it coming, but they really didn't, and I just found where there was a hole, and I made a guy miss, and then I didn't think I was going to get it without getting caught, but no one caught me, so.
Well, it wasn't from lack of trying. It had one guy. He actually had a really good angle on you. But it was just a foot race. We called it a 79-yard dash, and credit to him. He came second. You were first, but at one point I was thinking, oh, he might catch him. And then you just hit the afterburner zone, and you just took off. And it was amazing. And that kind of felt like, okay, that was kind of the momentum changer if they were going to have any momentum going on their side. And it was just great to watch. What did your brother tell you? Did he say, "Hey, you
was it one of those? Did he say you better catch it?
Yeah, you better. Yeah, or you only scored because that pass was so accurate."
To me after he just kind of ran up to me and just yelled at me in excitement, I guess. But he didn't say nothing before. He didn't say nothing to me. He expected me to catch it.
Well, it's pretty cool. I got to admit, when nothing's got to be better than catching a pass from your brother. I mean, you probably
Mano.
Yeah. You guys could probably do bragging rights. It was a better catch than a better throw. No, better throw. Just you know what I mean. So. But it's got to be pretty cool to catch a ball from your brother. 79-yard touchdown Friday night against the China Spring Cougars, much needed. So that had to be a great, great feeling. Congratulations.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that was a one play possession, wasn't it?
That was the first play.
Yeah, because we brought the ball out to the 21-yard line off of the kick, and then just go ahead, Grady, take it to the end zone.
And you talked about that was the second time you ran that play. They probably kind of possibly knew what it was, just perfect execution outbeats. They could be as prepared as they want to be, but when you run that fast, Grady, and you get an accurate pass, there's nothing you can do.
Well, congratulations and thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, now it's that time. It's time for the Hornet Radio Player of the Week. Come on out, Mr. Clark Allman. Now, this is another one of those deals. I'm going to give you a little taste of his stats there, but then I'm going to explain it. 2 receptions for 24 yards. Okay. 4 solo tackles, 3 assists, 7 total tackles, 1 interception, and 2 pass breakups. Now, theoretically, whenever you look at something like that, you're thinking, okay, those are respectable stats, but not off the wall. But here's what happened, and this is why my choice was on Clark Allman for this game, is because there were a lot of things that were happening away from the stats that Clark was contributing to. There was a sacrifice block that he made that gave up a touchdown. those kind of things right there, whenever you see the extra play that's away from the ball and stuff like that, that just lets you know right there, hey, this player is doing something extra special in the game. And not only that, one of our favorite things to say about Clark is he's the best defensive route runner that the other offense has out there on the field, so he does a good job with that. Clark, you've shown great versatility this season, making plays on both sides of the ball. You had a key interception and several big defensive stops. What's been the biggest difference in the defense confidence and chemistry overall the last few games?
I think it's just realizing how good of a defense we actually have, and like when we keep winning games, it builds that confidence up and up, and it's just, we all feel good, we're all confident, and I seriously think that we do have one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the district.
I 100% agree with that. We can almost pinpoint when you're about to get an interception. It's usually in the second half when the other team has to pass. And it's like, here we go, the Lorena game. I said, it feels like we're waiting for an Allman interception, and you almost had it. You had it right there. I don't want to bring back old memories there, but then the next game, Adam had said, hey, this is going to feel like we need an Allman interception. He was actually calling for pick six. I was just wanting an interception. He's a little more greedy than I am, and sure enough, I think it was 2 plays later you got an interception. You can almost set your clock to it when the offense has to pass. You're out there and again, we've said it once, we've said it twice, you're literally running the route. And so I'm starting to think that maybe the quarterback is trying to throw it to you because he's thinking, well, heck, you're running a better route than my receiver is. You deserve the daggone ball. Because, it's a thing of beauty. And the coverage that you have, even when you don't intercept, the coverage that you have is right on it. So keep that up, and you hit the nail on the head. I try not to be as biased, but I do believe we have the best defense. It's clearly, we have a really good offense, but even better elite defense. And some of our players play both ways, so you're a big, big part of that. And everybody that you can name on the team is just about an all-star, particularly on the defense side, so congratulations.
Well, and you hit the nail on the head. I was just fixing to say the way that Clark alluded to, the defense being a good unit, good team, playing really good and being great out there. And we still got 2 games to go before we head into playoffs, but I really think that this is a defense that's better than they know they are. They're really good out there on the field, and a lot of guys play good position, good football IQ out there and stuff. Congratulations on being Hornet Radio Player of the Week. And,
thank you.
Do you think your uncle is one of your biggest fans?
I would think so. He's probably watching right now.
Well, if he is, Chris, good pick, man. All right, thanks for joining us. And we're going to take another commercial break and word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Call Witt Building Supplies for all your building needs. We provide metal buildings and metal roofing for commercial, residential, and agriculture projects. We also carry a full line of fencing supplies and hardware products. Call or come see us at Witt Building Supplies, 254-865-2190 or 1411 North Highway 36, Bypass, across from Pruitt's Shell Store in Gatesville. We are locally owned and operated and proudly support our Hornets.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sports news and upcoming events, and this is updated as of October 29th. As we've been talking about, the volleyball playoffs are tomorrow. I was going to say right around the corner, but let's just say tomorrow. The Lady Hornets 29-9 overall, making their 23rd consecutive playoff appearance this week. They'll face Marble Falls in the UIL Class 4A by-district playoffs. That'll be tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m., If you can make it, it's going to be at Lampasas High School. If you can't make it, it will not be on Hornet Broadcasting. Sorry, folks, it's just the nature of the beast. But you will have your Hornet Radio crew. We will be broadcasting that on the NFHS network. We have posted that link already on the website, and we've distributed that to the coaches as well. So tune in. It's going to be a big night for the Lady Hornets. They're facing a Marble Falls team that has not been in the playoffs since 2009. So they're a hungry team, but I think that the Hornets are going in ready to fight. And the winner of that game will face either Giddings or Almeda Crawford in next week's area round, which will probably be either Monday or Tuesday night. So it looks like our next couple of weeks on Hornet Broadcasting are going to be exceptionally busy.
Couldn't have asked for two polar opposites. You got one team, Marble Falls hasn't been in the playoffs since 2009. Meanwhile, the Gatesville volleyball team can't stop going to the playoffs, so it'll be interesting how this one plays out. Also coming up this weekly, the girls cross-country state meet. The Lady Hornets will run in the UIL Class 4A state meet as a team collectively November 1st at 8:15 a.m. at Old Settlers Park in Round Rock, Texas. The field includes top 16 teams in 4A, with Gatesville finishing 4th at regionals and among the top 4 advancing teams. Fans can follow live results at mychip.com or stream that meet through the NFHS network.
All right, and the football outlook for this week. The Hornets will host Robinson on Thursday for the sub-varsity games, and the varsity game will be played on Friday, and that will be a key district matchup because after this game, it will be definitive as far as playoffs go. Then we're looking at seeding possibilities and where we will be going on that. So we're T-minus 2 days and counting for that, and there won't be a liftoff, I'm predicting. So
or shortage of rocket puns.
Or shortage of rocket puns. We'll drain the fuel and all that kind of good stuff. And then Gatesville is 2-1 in district and can clinch the playoff berth with a win Friday night, and that will be our 6th consecutive season in the playoffs. So that's what we're looking at for football. And we're excited because we're going to be sitting outside this Friday night. So good job for us.
All right, tennis. GJH Tennis hosts Robinson at 4:15 p.m. on Thursday. And guess what? It's getting that time of year. Boys basketball, a first official workout held this week. Season opener November 21st versus Mahia.
All right, let's take another quick commercial break, and then we will be live with Coach Augie here to finish up the show and talk football.
Mugi Heating and Air is your local hometown heating and air conditioning professional. Whether it be new construction or service of an existing unit, Tim and his team of professionals can get the job done right the first time. Recognized as a Rheem Pro partner, they have the experience and support to tackle any size job, residential or commercial. Give them a call at 254-223-0604, member of the Better Business Bureau.
Coach Augie, and we're ready for another strong Hornet football performance, and it is question time, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, the offense really found its rhythm in the win over China Spring. What adjustments or standout efforts helped spark that success?
Man, we have, and I think every head coach says this, but we have a really good staff. Coach Hunter has had to morph our offense numerous times in the 4 years I've been here, from going to an RPO offense to a pro style of offense, back to a more balanced offense. And he's extremely creative, and the kids love playing for him. And I think right now it's a combination of very solid coaching with the right mix of experience, and then our quarterback play is really, really solid right now. And you have playmakers in the backfield and at receiver to make everything happen.
I tell you, China Spring defense, they were kind of on a pick your poison because you talked about being well balanced. The throw was available for Gatesville, then the run was available for Gatesville. So it's almost like, hey, stop sideburns if you want to. We'll just pass it to Grady or Amos. But
pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Hey, it's just well balanced. Everything was kind of working, kind of spreading the I think Amos had a touchdown. Grady had a touchdown. Cy had a touchdown. It was kind of like Oprah. Everybody was getting touchdowns on the offense.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach. Defensively, the Hornets played a physical and disciplined all night. What can you say about the team's overall performance in that game?
I mean, I could not be more proud of how they played, and a lot of that has to go with Coach Hubik and how he leads the defense and the adjustments that he makes, and the guys on the defensive staff. They're extremely open with each other. So when we game plan on the weekends, when we practice throughout the week, there's always minor adjustments that we start to look at and think, okay, we might need to do this, be ready for that. And it's really come extremely well together throughout the year. You're talking about a defense that's given up very few points every single week, and they're playing in a very cohesive way, trusting each other and knowing what their job is and trying to do the best that they can to do their job.
Yeah, when you say give up a very few points, I think the average is under 15 points a game average right now. Yeah,
yes,
that's amazing. What side of the what side of the ball do you think strengthens the other side more?
I mean, I really think right now that they feed off each other, you know. And
Yeah.
one thing we try to preach to our kids: it doesn't matter if the score is 49-50 or if it's 2-0. Like, just find a way to win.
Yeah.
And right now, when Gary makes a big pass play or Cy breaks off a big run, or when anyone does something positive, the other side feeds off of it. And one thing I love about being back at a small school is we have 8 kids that play a lot of both sides of the ball. So when you do something good on offense, it's going to carry over to defense and vice versa. Or even special teams. There's a lot of kids that play a lot of snaps, and that it feeds a lot of good energy.
All right, Coach, now you turn your attention to a tough district matchup between Robinson and Rockets. What's the mindset going into that matchup?
Again, it's and I think y'all kind of chuckle when I say it, but it's about us. It's always about us. And Robinson's a very good opponent. They're extremely well coached. Coach Brown, the new head coach there, he has college experience. He's a very seasoned coach. He's done a lot of good things at the places that he's been at, and he's continuing that right now at Robinson. They have a legit quarterback that can extend plays and make every pass that he needs to make. And they got a running back that has played since his freshman year. When he was a freshman, he played A-back and a slot receiver, and from his sophomore year on, he's been a running back. And they returned enough on defense to be very sound and very solid. So we know what we have in front of us, but I think right now our kids, they're starting to see if we can do our job, if we can be consistent, if we can trust our teammates, if we can carry out the calls that are being made, we can play with anyone. So the focal point is us, and everything that we do. This morning we had a really good practice, and the harping point before we started was make sure as we're going through every single segment, during that segment, did we get better? And during that practice, did we get better? During that day, did we get better? And if the answer is for a 5-minute segment or for the entire duration of the day, are we improving, then we're in a good spot.
Well, if anyone's watched the Gatesville Hornets all throughout the season, it's all the way from week 1. I'll be honest with you, it's like, man, not a whole lot to improve, but yet we still see it, particularly on the defense side, offense side. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say that you can improve, but yet there they are, still improving, and they're still very, very humble. When you talk to these young men, they're not like, oh yeah, we're the meanest and greatest. I mean, they're going to have confidence, but they're still constantly, hey, we're getting a little bit better, not looking too far down the road. Hey, focus is Robinson this week, and you're doing a great job of keeping them focused.
I'm trying to. Yes.
I think it's one of those things where you can almost flip a coin. It doesn't matter what side that coin lines up on. If it lands on tails, well, we're going to defensively beat you up tonight. Or if it lands on heads, well, the offense is just going to run all over you tonight. It seems like that's the way we've been going.
What I love about Gatesville is it's truly a blue-collar community where you have people that are they're not scared of hard work.
Nope.
They'll find a way to get things done, and you have a group of people that are used to overcoming challenges.
Yeah.
And you're right. So whether it's a defensive struggle or offensive shootout, the guys know the main objective is for us collectively as a team to find a way to win, and we lean on each other to do that.
That's why you put all them hay balers out there on the line.
Yeah. They don't need to go to the gym. That's just, have you ever shook hands with a hay baler before?
Oh my goodness.
That's wrong.
All right, Coach, this has been a competitive series over the years. What does this rivalry mean to your players and the Gatesville community?
It's just a classical game that it's going to be a very hard game, and even if someone's having a better season than the other, it really doesn't matter when you come down to that game because there's a lot of history between those two teams, and it's just our district. Whether it's China Spring, Robinson, Conley, Lorena, it doesn't matter. There's always that oh man, Robinson, we got to play them, and they don't like us, and sometimes we don't like them, and it's going to be a good game. So I'm excited to see how our kids perform, and I think if we do our job, we'll be okay.
He said sometimes.
Yeah. I was going to say, if anything, it's not just on the football side, too. Volleyball, those girls do not like each other.
Here's what we love about coming to a small town. If the stadium lights are on or if there are cars parked in the parking lot, the boys will ask, what is going on? So, all right, it's volleyball, it's baseball, it's softball. What are we doing? Why are we not going to games? All right, fair enough. So early on, we would go to volleyball games or basketball games, and it didn't matter if it was the boys or the girls playing. The gym is packed.
Mm-hmm.
The stands are filled, and it was so refreshing to see the same community members that were cheering on football, they're also cheering on volleyball and basketball, and it doesn't matter what it is. It's be about Gatesville, and that's been really, really fun to see. So you're right. It's not just beat Robinson in football. We'll try to beat them in volleyball and soccer and baseball and everything. But that's what makes that rivalry so great. Is they're trying to do the same thing to us as we try to do to them.
Every time I go to Robinson, I go to the stoplight. I'm like, come on, bring it on. Let's go. I'm going to win it. I'm going to win it.
Well, I tell you, over the past 14 years of broadcasting that I've done, and quite a few, I can say I've been to quite a few playoff games, but some of the most exciting playoff games that I have been to as far as team camaraderie is whenever the volleyball team is in the playoffs and you see that huge section of football boys sitting there in the bleachers making all kinds of crazy noise for the volleyball team. I mean, a lot gets lost in a football stadium because there's so many people cheering. But when you're in an enclosed gym and those football players are going off for the volleyball team, that is something special.
Or when you have the band playing.
No, it's nuts.
Yeah. All right, we reached that time of the show. We got our final sponsor of the night is the Velvet Signature, the official fan merch and custom-made merchandise of Hornet Broadcasting. No order is complete without the signature, the Velvet Signature. All right, Coach, it's that time of the night. Let's get this question.
What do you got today?
Hey, this is what I got for you tonight. If you could bring one famous sports movie coach to give your pregame speech this week, who would it be and why? Famous movie coach.
Movie coach is not based on an actual. What if it was like? What if it was an actual?
Let's
coach,
say any football movie that you've seen, a coach that you could bring to give a motivational speech to your team. Who would you pick and why?
I'm gonna go outside of football. How about the movie Miracle? Before they play the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
That like, I'm a history nerd, so just knowing how massive the United States were underdogs in that game.
Absolutely.
How dominant the Soviet Union had been up at that point, and then Coach Brooks, that speech was awesome. So,
yeah. And I'll tell you what, he was one of the most hardcore, toughest coaches there ever was. He would probably be sued today.
1,000%.
Because he practiced his team so hard for that game. They were not done with practice until he made them puke. I mean, that's how bad it was. But Miracle was, I'm going to tell off on my age. I remember watching that, and it blew up with the Neil Diamond song "Coming to America" whenever we beat the Bear. That was unheard of, the way that the U.S. team did that. Great surprising choice.
Thinking outside the box, I like it, but that is, he's right though.
No, we thought you was going to pick Al Pacino from Any Given Sunday.
That's a good one.
We talked about it before. I said he's either going to go with Al Pacino or maybe Billy Bob Thornton from Friday Night Lights.
Or you could have thrown in there the replacements, because whenever he gave that speech, winners want the ball.
Yeah. Or Little Giants, that's a good one.
Oh, Little Giants, yeah. Well, I was hoping he wouldn't pick the water boy coach, because in at one point he was wearing like high heel shoes and using a phone that wouldn't even hook to the deal where he kind of lost his mind. As long as you stay away from that, I think we
Jacob Padgett, folks.
But yeah, I kind of wish I could have seen that game live. Unfortunately, I wasn't around at that time. But if I was,
shut up.
That was a big game. All right. Well, on that note, that wraps up the fifth quarter show. Also, the look that Lee gave me, the heads up. Hey, seriously, big thanks to all of our guests. Coach Martin, good job with his leading his team to the cross-country meet, state meet. Coach Geary, great job as we talked about getting our football team. I'm going to say ours. I feel like we all collectively want to be a part of it. Getting them ready and take on those mighty Rockets. And our standout student athletes doing a great job on the field, court, and classroom.
All right, be sure to follow Hornet Radio and the Fifth Quarter Show on social media for highlights, player features, and upcoming playoff coverage. And until next time, go Hornets!